Following the recent release of the Neural DSP Quad Cortex Mini, which personally I think looks awesome, maybe 2026 is the year I pick up a Quad Cortex, who knows? And of course the Helix Stadium, which I know has released with a few teething issues, but people are still loving it, got me thinking, have we reached peak digital? Have we reached peak modeler? Now, it's easy to say all that in the here and now, but you've also got to think about how fast this technology moves on and where are we going to be in 10, 15, 20, 25 years time? Which also gets me thinking, what were we like 25 years ago? What were digital modelers like back on the turn of the century? So I got my hands on this, a Korg Toneworks guitar hyper performance AX1000G modeling signal processor. Now, if I've ever heard of a more 2090s product, this is cool, so cool. It's obviously quite dated now. I mean, this is the original box. I've not even got it out the box yet, so I don't even know if it works. Hopefully it does, but I thought it'd be cool just to check this out, see what kind of tones we can get, see if we can get inspired by the tones, I guess. So what have we got? We've got a modeling signal processor, 80 programs, so we've got 40 user presets and 40 factory presets, I'm guessing. 56 onboard modeling effects, and you can have 8 simultaneous effects on at the same time. Korg exclusive REMS. We got an expression pedal. We have sample and play effects, individual effects. This is just rubbish now. This is just, you know, stuff to put on a box to clutter it up. It's been a long time since we've seen anything like that. So this came out, I believe, on the year 2000, believe it or not. So we're gonna open it up and have a look. Like I said, I've not even plugged it in yet, so I don't know if it's going to turn on. I don't know if we've got a power supply. We do not have a power supply, but that's fine. It just takes a 9-volt DC. Nothing else in the box. I don't know, I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. We've got some 2000s, some 25-year-old dust on here. But other than that, it's a pretty neat looking thing. It's kind of reminds me of like a Boss ME50, which was my first ever foray into guitar effects. Gosh, it actually looks a little bit confusing. I think when you turn the clocks back and look at the sort of technology that we had, actually a bit more confusing. So we have a drive amp section, a cabinet section, modulation, pedal, which I guess is what we can set this to be, and ambience, so your delays and your reverbs. Let me try and get it plugged in and set up, and then we'll get some tones. Okay, so moment of truth, I guess. Does it actually plug in and turn on? Okay, we've got lights. We have, well, lights pretty much. Do we have any tone coming through? Oh. We do have tone. Coming through very quietly, but we do have the master on full. Okay, cool. So I'm just sort of trying to get the lay of the land a little bit with this thing. What should we do? I mean, it clearly works. It clearly has an interesting sound. It's one of those sounds really hurt my ears. What I'd like to be able to do is just load up a blank preset. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm going to be honest, it sounds like absolute dog toffee. It sounds real bad. Although this is the sort of thing that I can see someone like McGee like bringing back and using you know, for his producing or something. It's the piece of gear where somebody could make it a cult classic. Am I that person? No. So let's just have a mess around with some of these drive amp sounds. I'm finding it weird that they've combined drive and amp into one effects block. I kind of feel like we need an amp block and an overdrive block. And even weirder than that, the cabinet block has its own section. And a lot of these sounds, presets anyway, didn't seem to have a cabinet on. So I'm not sure if the amp is also emulating a cabinet and then you can put a cabinet on top of that. Strange. So that's not terrible. It's not terrible, I guess. That is sort of like a British stack amp, but without a cabinet. So let's see what happens if we add a cabinet to that. Let's add the 412 vintage. And for this we have air, level and presence. Is air like a... Air sounds bad. Try a different cab. Sounds better with the cab on it. It's weird how some of the sounds didn't have the cab on. So we've settled for a 4x12 classic. Let's have a look at some of these modulations. So of course we're going to have chorus, stereo chorus, although we're only running mono, it does do stereo, a flanger, I actually kind of like the sound of that flanger, sounds pretty cool. A black phaser, orange phaser. The phasers don't sound that good. A Tex trem. Is that like a Texas trem? I mean, it's hard to get tremolo wrong, isn't it? Let's be honest. Ugh. I mean, the modulations are pretty weak, if I'm honest. I did quite like the flanger. It's okay. Let's move on to some of this pedal stuff. I mean, obviously it's easier if it was on the floor rather than on a desk. Oh, that's cool. Like a low-pass filter sort of thing. Nice, the Univibe does like a speed thing, that's cool. Silly. Silly, silly, silly. Let's have a look at some of this ambience, because I feel like we're missing a bit of delay or reverb. I mean, it's a really gritty, lo-fi, broken, shitty delay sound. Somebody would pay a lot of money for that these days. You know, it's not terrible. A multi-head thing. So it has got a few stereo things, although, like I said, we're not in stereo. Let's check out some of these reverbs. We've got a room. I'm actually quite impressed with the reverbs. They don't sound too terrible. They actually sound like what they're trying to sound like. So that's kind of the lay of the land of the thing. It doesn't sound great, if I'm completely honest, but again, you've got to consider what else was around in the year 2000. Was the Line 6 pod a thing, the kidney bean? I don't know. It's kind of evident that we've come quite far. If you compare this directly to a quad cortex or a Helix, even just user interface and like usability is better on the newer stuff. You know, with this, even though it looks simple, it's knobs and buttons, I feel like it's like, hold this down, turn this thing, push this twice, turn around 3 times, and, you know, do 5 jumping jacks. It's that sort of thing. So shall we have a look at some of these some more presets? How do we look at more presets? Excuse me. Okay, let's go to Bank 0. So this is a 60s preset. Does it sound like the 60s? I don't know. 70s? See, I'm confused a little bit about this because they've got an amp model, but they don't have a cab. And I'm thinking, was this designed to go straight into an amplifier rather than direct like we would in these days? I don't know, maybe that's a bit of research I should have done. 80s. It sounds rubbish. It sounds really bad. 90s. My word. This preset is called Zeppelin. I think Jimmy Page would be pretty disappointed in that. Oh, this one's called War Pigs. Again, Tony Iommi would be pretty upset with that, I think. Summer, is this going to be Summer of '69? No. Oh dear. Don't ask me to play metal because I can't. I mean, I think we're getting the picture with this thing. Yeah, tone is obviously subjective. I think today we are in a golden age of gear where pretty much everything is good. It's when we look back a little bit that you start to realise how good we have it now. This doesn't sound that good in my opinion, but again, we probably would have said that about the whole 424 Porter Studio thing, and then it's become a hype this year or last year with the McGee and the JHS 424 that I actually bought and use a lot. Up until that point, we all thought that was a bad guitar tone. Is it the same thing with this sort of thing? I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be a renaissance of 90s and 2000 guitar modelers, but it's a fun little experiment to have a look back on something like this. Yeah, what more can I say? The Korg Toneworks AX 1000G will not be on my gear wish list, and I don't think they're going to shoot up in price, you know, as a vintage collector's piece. But you know what? If I had one of these back in the early days, I mean, I would have been 4 years old in the year 2000. I would have probably been absolutely over the moon with something like this. So let me know in the comments if you ever had a Korg AX1000G or if you still rock one. Let me know how you get on with it. I know last time I did a video about an old piece of gear like this, it was it might have been a Korg. It was a little 2-foot switch thing. There was loads of people in the comments saying, I love this, I still use it all the time. Maybe it's the same sort of thing with this. Thanks for watching the video, and maybe I need to go buy a Quad Cortex Mini.